Hi, good evening, everyone. I'm Michelle Melanie Baudwin from Maryland Consultancy from the Admission Department, Sri Lanka. So today we are here to introduce IMI, Institute of Switzerland. So today I'm having Ms. Greta Frey, the Director of International Business Development. So hi, Ms. Greta, how are you today and how is everything over there?
Hi, Michelle. I'm very well, thank you. Yes, everything is great here in Switzerland. Yeah, of course, we're in the middle of the semester, so the students are now back in class. So everything is going very, very smoothly.
Yes, so we have invited you on our platform to introduce IMI and what are the programs available, and we would like to hear a bit about Switzerland. Actually, this is our second video. We have done a first video like 3 weeks before, and there are few students who are interested. So we would like to get more insight about Switzerland and about IMI as well.
Excellent. Super. So welcome to everybody who is listening. I represent the IMI International Management Institute in Switzerland, and we are located in the German-speaking part of Switzerland, just outside the city of Lucerne. But of course, we teach in English, so people don't need to worry. You don't need to learn German before you come. Of course, it can help. If you speak German or French, it does help definitely with your internships. But actually, we teach everything in English. We offer, in fact, UK degrees. So students who come to Switzerland will get the benefits of having both the Swiss and the British education system, which is, I think, a great opportunity. As we mentioned in the video last time, I think it's quite unique in Switzerland to have the 6-month study followed by the 6 months paid internship opportunity, where students are earning 2,200 Swiss francs or US dollars, it's the same amount, per month. So this is a great opportunity for students not only to gain experience, but also to earn money and also learn a different language. And Switzerland at the moment, I mean, in terms of obviously COVID-19, everybody's asking what's happening and what is the situation, etc. So actually, Switzerland has now fully reopened, including its borders with the European countries, with the EU. We are back to normal classes as from last week already. So everything is on track for the August and the November intakes. Everything is progressing as normal. If any students are interested in applying for August, we have just maybe 1 more week in terms of the study visa process. So it will be good to apply as quickly as possible. And of course, ideally 6 months in advance when it comes to the November and the February intakes. In terms of Switzerland, we're now moving into summer. I mean, weather-wise, it's getting a little warmer. Of course, never as probably warm as in Sri Lanka at the moment. But certainly, it's getting, we have a very beautiful view. We're just by the lake. We're not very far from the mountains. So the students can actually also get, this exposure when coming to Switzerland to study at IMI. Yeah, and we accept O-levels as well as A-levels, for entry. So depending on which one you have, of course, we can guide you with the academic part as well in terms of consultation.
Yes, so if we just go into details, the programs which is available, if you can give us insight about undergraduate and postgraduate program.
Sure. Okay. So first of all, at IMI, we do not offer every program or every faculty like normal universities. Well, we're a small company. We're only about 200 students every 6 months, coming from about 45 different countries. So it's really international. It's a great opportunity for students to make friends from different parts of the world. And we focus only on hospitality, on culinary, and on business/marketing programs. So if you are looking for any of these subjects, then great. If you're looking for engineering or architecture, unfortunately, we cannot help you. But our programs are basically starting from a foundation level for those who need it on the undergraduate side, And so you have O-level of education, there's normally a foundation first. And the students would, as I said before, 6 months study, 6 months work, and it takes about 3 years to complete the program. The program in the end is a BA honors in. We have a choice of 6 actually. 5 pathways. So 3 are hospitality, 1 is business, 1 is marketing, and 1 is culinary. So those are the areas that we focus on. And I think one point maybe to stress is that we don't teach students to become servers or to become receptionists only. Our program is tailored towards those students who eventually will become the future managers in the industry. So you are covering topics like finance, like marketing, like accounting, like human resources. These are all included in the program, because actually the benefit is that you are not just limited actually to just working in hotels. Yeah, there's the hospitality industry is so wide, including retail, sports, fashion, banking, cruise ship companies, events companies, so many different options available for students. And this is the undergraduate part. Now, if a student wants to join the postgraduate programs, actually we accept students with any background. Yeah, this is, I think, also something that's very important. We have conversion programs called postgraduate diplomas, which are basically for students who have studied something different and want to get a crash course into the hospitality or into the culinary field. So no experience in these areas is necessary before they join. And the postgraduate programs are both 6 months study or 6 months work, and 6 months internship. Yeah. When it comes to the masters, this is our longest program as such, because normally all our semesters are 22 weeks long, which is just under 6 months. In the case of the masters, we have a 1-year program, which is study. And then the following year, there is the option to stay in Switzerland for an internship for up to 1 year. So it's a great option, again, for people to come to Switzerland and spend not only the time studying, but also the time getting work experience. We need IELTS or TOEFL for entry into the programs. Yeah. For the foundation program, it's 4.5 of IELTS. For the first year of the bachelor's, it's 5.0. And for the master's, it's 6.0. Yeah.
Yes. So if I can ask, like, when it's come to internship, so how does that work? Does the student has to? I know that university college is finding a job for them, because we do already have 2 students who are studied there. So
Yes.
how does college help the student in terms of internship?
Of course. So actually, like with Abimani and Harit, your 2 students, what happens is that in the first week, there is an introductory session where the internships office would speak to the students generally about the services that we offer. Then there is a period of about 3 or 4 weeks where the internship office will meet with each student individually. They will discuss also what is important, like, is it finance? I mean, does the student need finances? Is the student more interested in working in a 5-star property, or do they want to be up a mountain or in the middle of nowhere, in the city? And we talk to the students about basically what options are available to them. Yeah. And we then place the students, in a sense, within the internship opportunities that we have available. This can be in Switzerland, but it can also be international. Yeah, we do also place students internationally. So if someone wants to go to US, for example, or Caribbean, or Maldives, or Dubai, etc., or even back home, yeah, we do obviously have also connections internationally. But the majority of the students, I would say, do at least one internship in Switzerland, because it's a great option for, of course, for them to get the Swiss experience and I must say that. So we will help the students with sending out the CV to the employers. We will then guide them when it comes to the interview technique, yeah, because in Switzerland, an interview is not just, hi, my name is Greta, these are my strengths, these are my weaknesses. It doesn't really work like that, yeah. So in Switzerland, you have to actually go to the hotel or to the restaurant, and you have a half-day trial. So basically, the employer will see you in action doing service or kitchen or front office or housekeeping or whatever position they are interviewing for, yeah. And then, of course, they will decide if they hire you or they don't. Another thing maybe specific to Switzerland is that the contracts are generally issued in German or French. So of course our internship office will help the students as such with the translation. Yeah, we also IMI also helps the students to get their permit converted from a study permit into an internship permit. This is all included in our fees. Yeah, and we guide the students basically with what happens next, how to, they normally have accommodation included. So 90% of the employers in Switzerland would provide accommodation and deduct it from the salary automatically. If they don't have accommodation provided, then our internships office will help them secure a student residence. Yeah, so I think it's very important that the students get full support. Also, when they are off campus, I mean, when they're on their internship, they're welcome to come to the campus to speak to the staff. They should, of course, also inform us if there are any difficulties or communication problems, or they should also inform us if it's obviously going all well. Of course, we want the students to make sure that they feel supported, yeah, during this time.
Yes. So if we just talk about living in IMI, so how is it? The facilities and the property, meals and dining and other facilities that IMI provides for the students who are studying there.
Yeah, so IMI is actually a home away from home. So the students do not need to do anything. They come to Switzerland, literally, they have their room, their meals are included, the sheets, the towels, the water, the electricity, the Wi-Fi, a fridge is in the room, a kettle is in the room, obviously the bedding, the furniture is there, etc. We have a choice of single or twin rooms. It depends on the student. It also depends on availability, of course, at that time. And we also provide meals, so 3 meals a day, Monday to Friday, and 2 meals a day, Saturday, Sunday, and public holidays. So basically, the students really don't even need to lift a finger, as I said, in a sense. It's like we're the parents, we're taking care of the students on campus. I think especially for some parents, we've been in touch also with your 2 students' parents quite constantly. Yeah. Obviously, they are concerned about sending their kids away, but I think when they come to IMI, they're part of the family. So that is really how we make them feel.
Yes, so basically the accommodation would be provided, included in the course fee that what they are paying, and beddings, 3 meals, and basically everything is included. Exactly. And on the 6 months until they go for an internship.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, this is quite unique, I would say, because people, of course, look at maybe pricing in Australia or in Canada or in UK, etc., where you just pay for the tuition and then everything else is your problem. Kind of thing. With us in Switzerland, everything is included. Yeah. So the 6 months that you study, or if it's the masters, it's 1 year, of course. Those fees that you pay cover everything during that period. And then when you're on internship, you do not pay any fees, and you actually get paid. So you have a salary actually to live off. Yeah. So I would say with Switzerland, what is nice is that you already know in a sense what you're going to spend. Yeah, in advance. It's not something that gets piled on later. Oh, I didn't know the book costs $50, or I didn't know the book and the internet costs me $100 a month. Whatever. These are not surprises that you have in the costing. It's all included for us.
Yes. So, Ms. Greta, let's say a student who has a bachelor's in a different discipline than management or hospitality. So, can they go for a master's at your college?
Yes, absolutely. So we offer a Master of Science. It's called an MSc. Yeah, this is in hospitality and events management. Now, of course, on the masters, you obviously not going to learn the basics. Yeah, so we don't do operations. We do mainly strategy, management, planning, etc. Yeah, and students can come in with any bachelor's degree. Plus, they need the English level of IELTS 6, as we mentioned earlier. If a student would prefer to get first the operational experience and they do not have a bachelor's in hospitality, then I would recommend perhaps they consider the postgraduate diploma first, so that they get this basic info, yeah, and then they can move to the master's. But we also do accept direct entries, and of course, because there is the internship of between 6 months to 1 year after the academic semester, the students can also get then some basic experience already during the internship. Yeah, which is, I think, important, obviously, for, just because you have a master's, it doesn't mean you know it. Yeah, you have to also be able to do it. Yeah, and the internships will allow the students to put into practice what, of course, they've been learning.
Yes, and so with the COVID-19 situation, what would be the closest intake that students can apply?
Sure. So actually, IMI has never closed. We've been in operation throughout. We were on online teaching for a couple of months, as directed by the Swiss government, of course. But we have returned to normal operations already last week. So the next intake possible is the August intake. But if somebody wants to join, they really need to move fast for the August intake. If not, we have a November intake, and then we have a February intake as well. Yeah, so it's quite flexible because we have 4 intakes a year, so it makes it quite easy for students. And everything is on plan to progress as normal, so we have not changed the dates or anything. Everything remains the same. So 24th of August is the next intake.
Yes, and if you can just explain a bit about the accreditations, how it would be, what would be the end degree that they will be getting? Is it from Switzerland or is from UK? How is it?
Sure. So actually, IMI is a private institution in Switzerland. Yeah. So this is why we have the UK degree validations as well. So if a student is on the bachelor's degree, they will get either a bachelor's degree from Manchester Metropolitan University. This is one of our partners who we work with for over 25 years. And they validate our programs in hospitality and business and marketing. Yeah. Then we also have a second partner, which is Oxford Brookes University, also from the UK, and they validate our culinary program. So each step of the way, from the first year of the bachelor's degree, the student is also, in a sense, a student of the UK university. Yeah. So it's a fully fledged, internationally recognized degree from the UK university that the student will get. Plus, they also get a certificate from IMI, so they have both to show. Yeah. When it comes to the postgraduate programs, these are our programs, so the student will only get a certificate from IMI. And when it comes to the Master of Science, the students will get a Master of Science from IMI, as well as an executive diploma from CTH. CTH is the Confederation of Tourism and Hospitality, and they are based also in the UK, and they validate basically partially the program on the master's program. Yeah. So this, how can I say, the students will, in all cases, except for the postgraduate program, will end up always with 2 qualifications.
Okay, so we are here to introduce IMI. So we have gone through. There are questions which is coming up. So I'll be asking you again. Like, is IELTS is a requirement? We have explained. Maybe in the middle there are some students who has joined. So is IELTS is a main requirement to go for bachelor's or foundation?
Yes. So actually, IELTS. So IMI accepts many English tests. Including TOEFL, IELTS, Cambridge, Pearson's, several other things. But the Swiss Embassy in Colombo will only accept IELTS, yeah, for the study visa application. So for the students who want to come to study at IMI, they should take the IELTS test. We need, for the foundation, 4.5 of IELTS. For the first year of the degree program, so if somebody has at least 3 A-levels, they can join the first year of the degree program. For that, they need IELTS 5. And then we need 5.5 for the postgraduate and 6 for the masters. Also, we do, Michelle, just for those maybe who have either started their studies already in Sri Lanka or perhaps started in Australia or somewhere else, we do also offer direct entry options. So if students wish to transfer their credits, basically from another university and gain direct entry, this we can also look at. And if anyone is interested, they can contact Michelle, yeah, and they should present their resume together with their transcripts from the other university, and we can see sort of which area or which level they can join us. Yeah, so if a student already has a qualification, they do not need to repeat what they've done already. They can, of course, come at a higher level to us.
So even in Sri Lanka, let's say if they have completed 2 years of the 3-year degree, so we can look at transferring credits or getting exemptions.
Exactly.
Possible.
Because for us, actually, each level is a separate award. Yeah. So our bachelor's degree will start either with, let's say, if there's the foundation, there is the certificate foundation. Then we have the diploma, then we have the higher diploma, and then we have the bachelor's degree. So at some point, maybe a student can fit in.
So by any chance, if a student want to join with diploma, advanced diploma, is it possible without applying for the bachelor's? Only
Yes,
for 2 years?
absolutely. So a student can also just come for one semester of study. Yes, definitely.
It's possible.
Yes.
Okay, so actually, all the areas are covered from my side. Greta, if you can just give an insight a bit about Switzerland. How is it the main language is spoken? And some
Okay.
students they ask whether do they have part-time rights, and some they ask even like these are the questions coming up from the students whether they can take dependent. So and the post-study visa. So if you can just give a bit information about this as well.
Sure, of course. So actually, in Switzerland, as we are in the German part, as I mentioned. There's 4 national languages in Switzerland. German is the biggest one, with over 65% of Switzerland speaking German. Then there is the French, the Italian, and the Romansh speakers. So from that perspective, how can I say? It sounds like it's very complicated, but actually it's not. And many people speak English, so people don't, students don't need to worry about integration as such, or understanding people. They can definitely also speak in English, and they will be understood. Yeah. Switzerland is a country of mountains, lakes, greenery, and snow. Of course, I think everybody has seen Switzerland pictures at some point. It is really like you can see in the pictures. So actually, if you go for a drive, or you go for a walk, kind of every shot is a postcard. Yeah, it is really that beautiful. And obviously we don't have the big cities, yeah, like maybe in Sri Lanka or in Asia. We don't have millions of people. The total population in Switzerland is 8 million people. Yeah, so of course it's a fairly small country by many standards, and it's not overpopulated as such. I think this is also nice. Everybody has heard of Swiss chocolate and Swiss cheese, Swiss watches, Swiss banks, Swiss army knives. I mean, there's a lot of things that are Swiss. Yeah, and these are, I think, characterized basically mainly because of quality. Yeah, and of course people say expensive, and yes, to visit Switzerland it is expensive. I won't deny it. Yeah, by all means. But when you come for the education, actually, because everything is included, it's actually much cheaper than other destinations. And well, not much, but it's cheaper than other destinations in the long run. Now, because the Swiss system allows students to do paid internships, there is no opportunity to do part-time work during the studies. Yeah, this is not allowed from a permit perspective. So students will be studying 6 months, and then they will be working 6 months, which is actually the same as working part-time throughout the studies. Yeah, plus the salary will be much better because it's Switzerland. In terms of bringing dependents, this is not possible because the study visa is issued for the student. Yeah, and also there is no automatic stay back option. Let's put it this way, like there is maybe in some other countries. In Switzerland, if you get a job, then it is up to the employer to apply for a work permit for you and to prove that there is nobody in Switzerland or in Europe who can do the job. Yeah, and then you will get a work permit. But of course, for that to happen, there needs to be time, money, experience involved, etc. So it's highly unlikely. I cannot sell it as being something that normally happens. And to be honest, I think there are many other places in the world where the hospitality industry is also much more developed and much more fast-paced, perhaps, than in Switzerland. So in terms of career progression, I would really recommend students to look, of course, at other areas where the hospitality industry would need them. Yeah, this is why, of course, you are studying as well. You are studying to develop your skills. You are studying to become future managers. And in order to do this, generally, you don't stay put in one country for the rest of your life. Yeah, hospitality is about traveling, about meeting different people, about different cultures. So it's about experiences. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So, with my personal experience, I have visited IMI and Switzerland. So there was no language barrier. Actually, most of them were speaking in English and they were very helpful as well. And have to say, like one of the best countries to visit. It's really beautiful, and IMI itself it's beautiful, and they have built in everything. Accommodation. I have seen some activities as well, some sports activities which
Yes.
IMI offers.
Yeah, so we have events. I mean, because of course the students live on campus, we have to also make sure that they're entertained. So there are sports days, international nights, research forums, visits to hotels or restaurants. These are, I mean, offered for the students, also so that they of course socialize and that they also gain something else, not just the study experience. Yeah. So this is something that, of course, we do really focus on. The area around the campus, I would say, is very beautiful, very calm. We're only 15 minutes by bus from the center of the city. So really, you know, you're not in the middle of nowhere where you cannot get around. I mean, really, it's very simple to get into town. And I think what is probably really important for the students in the end, and this is something that they tell us before they leave, is here you make friends for life. Yeah, so you basically will be studying with students from 45 different countries, and in the end, there was once a student who came with me to a school visit, and he told the students in the school, I'd never have to book a hotel anymore because I either sleep on someone's sofa or they have a hotel and they give me a room, etc. So it's a great opportunity to travel the world and meet new people.
So it's, I believe, the education plus hands-on experience as well. Like there are,
of course, exactly.
That and then internship, they get experience, which after 3 years, most likely they can apply for a job either in Switzerland or as in any other destination.
Exactly. I mean, everybody in the world knows Switzerland is the #1 location for hospitality education. I think this is, you know, if you speak to half the general managers, at least, you know, most of them have studied in Switzerland, to be honest. I think there is this reputation of being a great place to get hospitality education. I always tell the student, just because you have a certificate doesn't mean you can do it. As I say, it's always important to be able also to prove the employers that you have the personality, that you have the capability, etc. And this is why the combination of study and internship in a multicultural location is, of course, very important, because it gives you a little bit of everything. Yeah.
Yes. So thank you so much, Miss Greta. So I would like to you can call us on 011282029 if you are interested in studying in Switzerland. We are here to help you with visa process, admissions, and even the college gives you accommodation is included in the fees which you are paying, and then the airport pickup. And I personally know that college is very much helpful, and especially Miss Greta, she's always responsible on messages and on emails, and really taking care of our students who are already studying there. So thank you so much for everything, Miss Greta.
My pleasure.
Hoping
Thank
to
you for
see
having
you
us.
in Switzerland. Maybe hoping to see you soon there.
Mm-hmm.
And so if there's anything, you can always contact us, guys. So we will be help you out with the visa process for undergraduate and postgraduate programs. The closest intakes we can apply for September.
August, 24th of August.
August, or else we can apply for November.
Yes.
Yes. So thank you so much. Have a nice day.
Lovely. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye.